There we go. How are you feeling? How are you, Taryn?
How is it?
Long time no seen.
Wow. Way to make me want to keep doing this.
No, this is for everyone else, man. We've been off the radar for a little bit.
We have, yes.
So we just thought we'd do like a little update video because there have been everyday life things going on.
We're actually going, aren't we?
But no, that's all right, man. So I just want to basically say hello and just sort of give you an update on some of the things we've been up to.
Work.
Work.
Yeah.
But there have been some things happening. Pillar's working on some videos now. We've done some more of the Aerospace series, and we will hopefully very soon have a Aerospace battle go up with dropships.
With a dropship.
Or a dropship.
Yes.
So it gives you an idea
dropship.
of sort of how they work and things like that.
Just a little example one.
That was kind of cool though.
It was very
just
cool.
what we were just trying to do. It was very cool.
I can't wait for the capital scale stuff, but the dropships they're insane.
Yeah.
And moving up from that is just going to break your brain, I think. It's very cool though. But we did go and see Hutch and play some Fallout as well.
Yeah. So our mate Simon, he has been on some of the videos. He's worked on some of the 3D terrain, the tables that we've featured in some of our battle reports for BattleTech. So that was Simon.
Yeah.
And he's really good at making terrain and coming up with ideas. He's very quick. It's very, very cool. Like he's very, very, very gifted and devoted to it. So that's how you get there, I suppose.
With anything. Hobby,
yeah, it's one hell of a hobby.
Yeah, it's full on.
But he looked at it and it was really good. So you'll be able to see there's like a sewer system and everything. And oh man, So we talk about it in the video, so you can watch it there.
That should be up now or going up soon or something like that.
Yeah. But I think because of the Fallout TV series, everyone's even those people who don't really know what Fallout is, they watched that and they thought it was quite interesting and they do want to know more. So they have approved a second season, which is pretty exciting.
I've just come to it from the Xbox version of the games and it's very cool compared to them. It's very cool.
Yeah. I
remember
seeing an old friend who used to play like the original Fallout. That's when the very first game.
Yeah.
He was telling me how good it was. It's a bit different back then. It was like a little bit of a side.
It was an isometric-y
type thing. But it was really good. Captured all that sort of thing. The radiation and the mutants and all the stuff. It was cool.
It was one of those like top-down or isometric RPG games.
Yeah.
That one and number 2 I think were the same. And then they came to 3 and it was like totally different.
Yeah. But the direction was good.
Yeah.
How it is now is just really cool.
3, Vegas, and 4 are the ones that I played. Yeah. I've got Fallout 2, I think, on Steam. You can get it on Steam. I haven't played it in ages. I think I played it at the original way back, which was cool.
Good fun.
Very cool.
We're looking into some other game systems, and it's wildwestexodus.
Yeah.
Now, we originally looked at this one ages ago when it had only just sort of changed hands.
And they were kind of adjusting the rules and kind of putting out stuff and things like that. But I think they've got a completely new rule set now, right?
They've changed it, but it works really, really, really well.
Yeah.
And the rules are actually free to download, so they call it the rules.
The rules, do you fly over?
I'll do my little flyover thing.
We've got the other camera here. We can do a flyover and see how it goes.
We have to do it.
We have to do it. The rules.
The rules. So I can keep showing what's going on here. But so it's a PDF. I just print it out because I like to have it in a book like this. Color and stuff, but it does talk about it's not Earth, but it is Earth or whatever. Just it's an alternate story of things like that, which even though it does take part in what is the Wild West essentially, after there was the Great War, but it's the Ore War. That's what the war was about. So some things are the same, some things are different. That's what I really like about it. But it's it's really good. But yes, there are aliens because it doesn't actually start really in the Wild West. The whole thing is about aliens from space that come and mess up the place a bit.
Nice.
And now you've got all these different things going on, different factions. But oh man, it plays really well. What's scary about it is that every every model has one wound.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who you are, one wound.
Yeah. Now there's
So you've got to be
various
really careful.
stats and things that let you adjust whether or not you're going to take that wound, if I remember correctly.
That's right, yeah. So, characters have some
one
options.
wound. So if you're attacked, hit, wounded, and you can't do anything about it, then you're out.
Yeah.
You're dead. Which is actually pretty cool. It's all small, scale stuff. You don't really usually have that many models.
No, it's a skirmish game played on a 3x3, or your larger games are a 4x4. So you don't really need a lot of room. 3x3 games are really good.
Yeah.
And you can play larger points on a smaller table. It just means things are going to get ugly a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. That's
it was
cool.
all D10 based too, wasn't it?
D10, yeah. But everything's different. So this guy here, Sign or Kane? Kane? Just the way it was spelt, it's a bit different. He's part of the Enlightened faction, which is like scientists.
Right.
Scientists, things like that. But he's technically at the moment, he's under outlaw because he's sort of gone rogue.
Oh,
He's threatened some of them or whatever. There's a bit of political strife, but they're just, he's cool. So they're all like cyborgs and things like that, just bodies. But these are some people
units.
Harpy units, and they fly. Oh man, yeah. It's people say steampunk, but it's not steampunk. They completely skipped the steam age, man. This went straight into just crazy.
This is set in the same universe as the
So
what's the
they call
ship
it
one?
Dystopian Wars.
That's it,
yeah, from Spartan Games. So they have that. So they've got all these different scale systems, all these different games that are similar, and they've now created the dystopian age.
Nice.
So all of these game systems relate to one another. They're all the factions and all the events. It's just crazy. It's so good.
So I've had the models for this for a while.
We both did, really.
Gotten around to putting them together. So
Yeah.
Adam snagged them back and he started building them for me.
I said, let's have a look. So I've got
We'll get some demo games in, but these guys are it's Warrior Nation, right?
Yeah, Warrior Nation. So
they're kind of an Amerindian type deal.
Correct, yeah. But the Warrior Nation is essentially a worldwide faction. Anyone who's close to the earth, so your Buddhists and all that up in the mountains on a completely different continent, they're called Warrior Nation.
Yeah.
They're just a different faction. And so there is like a spirit of the earth that is an actual spirit. It's conscious and it knows what's going on with all these aliens rocking up, and it's basically just trying to protect itself and everybody. So the Warrior Nation has that connection to it. It's very cool.
There's werewolves, and there's what are they called? The tainted ones of these.
The Dark Nation.
Dark Nation. That's it.
Or Hex. They join the Hex faction, which is one of the other big superpowers, but they're basically called Dark Nation.
And I'm pretty sure they've got werewolves as well. So I've got werewolves good guys and werewolves bad guys, and they can have some fun.
And even just normal wolves that, they're not really normal, are they? They've got all these capabilities and abilities and stuff. So
yeah, and you get the Gubbins box that's got all the cards and junk that you need for a standard game, and then you get a starter box set like the one you just saw that's got the faction with like a reasonable size force, and all the cards are online, right?
You can actually download everything, so you could print out the cards, which are the same, they're playing card size, just a standard playing card, Magic the Gathering size. So you just put them into a hard sleeve. Sleeve thing or whatever, and then
a solid sleeve, and they'll be right.
But what they also have on, the lawmen I decided to start with simply because they have these robot sheriffs, and I just thought that was just really cool. So I said, robot sheriffs, why not? But it also had characters like the boys from Tombstone, Wyatt Earp and his brothers and things like that. So they have what they call this is how you build your force. They'll have what they call posses or detachments, depending on what sort of relationship they have with one another. A gang is probably more of a posse, whereas like the Union, which is an actual army, would have detachments because they have lead. The way that the leaders work is a bit different.
Yeah.
You know, they're more militaristic and things like that. But they have like specific things. So I can build like the Shield of Tombstone Posse, which has slightly different rules from building a standard posse for the lawman, which is that there, which is very basic. You don't get any sort of bonuses and things like that, but probably the most flexible without being the most interesting, I guess you could call it. You know, they do the job and they're really cool, but you know, you can actually, you know, and
a specific
thing, yeah,
like that has separate rules and separate bonuses and restrictions and things.
Yeah,
which is cool.
And the points to actually buy the models are on these cards, so these are all.
They're fairly like low point cost, most of them.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, so it's up in the corner there.
That's it, yeah. So 20 points, which is not much anyway, but that's that's legendary Wyatt Earp. So he's gonna have he's got lots of rules.
He's got loads of abilities, lots of attacks, lots of cool stuff that he can do, and he's only 20 points.
As opposed to a 2-point model, which is like this canine attack dog pack.
Which is
cool.
Have
up to 6. They are cool. the miniatures are cool for him too. So Doc Holliday, his friend. So he can be a lawman, but he can also appear in some of the outlaw factions too, because he's he's a gambler and a wanderer or whatever it is. But he's he's cool. So the miniatures really match the art. So I really like that, really especially quality. The respirator because of the condition he had. But these are big gun dog packs, so these are like mini horses. And they just load them up with armor and weapons, and they run around. And stuff. That's what it is. So you just you just follow what it says of how many can have of what, and you just build. You start with a boss. A posse can just have a boss. So Wyatt Earp can rock up and just be
himself for 20 points.
Just be himself, and that's it, which is really handy. So I've got it for the outlaws as well. Jesse James, his brother Frank. You know, he loves his rifle. Sophie, I think he got, Sophie's rifle. The box set that I got had Jesse James and the Wyatt Earp set. They don't make that now. No. But that's the one that I had. And you got this one around the same time. But I really like them. They look so cool.
They do. They come along nice.
So I've just got to paint those up and then we'll be able to give them a go just to see. So we worked it out. We've got like 60 points, which is like a small game. But that's okay. It's like 1 or 2 posses of like a character with 2 little...
It'll be a decent sized game. I think the first time we tried it, we only had like a half dozen models each when we first gave it a crack. And it was cool. It still worked really good with just like a few models apiece.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. That's a good system.
But
we'll have to give this
see how these guys go.
Yeah, that's it. We were lawmen versus outlaws that time, so I'm keen to try the Warrior Nation out and see how they do. But you can get all sorts of cool additions to it, and like I say, it's a part of that whole universe, so you can connect it up with like games of other games.
From that dystopian age, they have crossover stuff. So
It's cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
So that's basically what we've been working on. So there are some videos that are coming, but that's what we've been doing. We've been out and about and looking at some other game systems, simply because for one reason or another something's triggered it. So we just had another look at it and sort of been hooked on it a little bit.
I kind of want
to spend a bit of time on it. Yeah, have a go. So, was there anything else that we need to talk? I think
we've recorded another couple of workshop videos. I mentioned this in one of the workshop videos, but I'm going to mention it here as well because you're more likely to watch this than the other one. So, if there's a workshop, like a special rule that we've gone through in one of the workshop videos that you kind of want a visual demo of, a physical demo of, or you want to see in a game, feel free to chuck a comment down and mention the rule, mention the video, go to that video and put a comment down, something like that. And I'll see if we can get at least a quick like visual representation of how the rule works.
Yeah.
Or possibly even try and meld it into a game at some point. Just a quick one-on-one sort of thing maybe.
Yeah. If you do come across some comments that haven't had answers yet, and you do actually know the answer, feel free to do it. You know, I mean, everyone can sort of check everybody's work if they really want to do that sort of thing. But the whole point of us doing it is to actually just help people to understand the games.
And that's the point. If there's something that's different, like it's been pointed out that a few of the rules that we've gone through, especially the optional rules, are older versions. So the newer version is like, some of them are better, some of them I think they're worse, but that's a personal opinion. But you have a different version of the book, then you'll have a different version of the rule. So make sure you know what your rule version is and you're all good. But if you see that we're talking about one and you've got the new version of the book and you know it's different, then feel free to chuck an addendum down so that everybody knows what's going on. But like I say, as long as everybody's using the same version, it doesn't matter. And those ghost targeting rules, I reckon I'd use the old version. I think they're cooler. But that's just me.
Start a post.
Yeah.
Do a poll.
Do a whole Reddit thing.
All right, so that's it. So take care, everyone. We'll see some more videos and stuff from us soon. But that's what we've been doing. We're still going.
We're still here. Just chilling,
plodding along,
trying not to make it feel like work.
It's fun though.
Yeah,
it is fun.
As long as it's fun, you can keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.